WHMIS, or the Workplace Hazardous Materials Information System.
Hey kids, today we're going to learn about the WHMIS symbols, so let's get started. So today, the first symbol we're going to talk about is the flammable symbol. You see, it looks something like that, but I draw it badly. See, flammable. Anyway, if we go in here, here's the little house I have, okay? But this is what happens if we use flammable materials inside the house. You see, if I accidentally start lighting fires inside the house, this house will start catching fire. Uh-oh, that can't be... Oh. And look, the house is burning down. Ah! So if we go outside, you can see the house is starting to burn a lot. So anyway, this is why you don't use flammable materials incorrectly, or something like this will happen. Your house will start catching on fire, and then the house and everything will just kind of burn down. So don't use your flammable materials. So remember, use flammable materials responsibly, or this will happen. So our next symbol is compressed gas. You see, the symbol looks something like this, and yeah, that's compressed gas there. So I've in my hand here, I have a little bit of compressed gas, as you see, like this. You see, I have a little bit of compressed gas in my hand, my left hand, right hand there, right hand. So if we go here and let's just say we throw it at something, it might explode. That's what can happen with compressed gas. So first I threw it at this ground here, I die because it exploded, and that's why you don't throw cans of compressed gas around, kids. You see, the next symbol is poisonous. As you see there, it looks something like that. Now, this is why you don't ingest poisonous liquids, because it can cause bodily harm. For example, if I try to drink this, it'll start to hurt really badly. Ow, 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 yuck. It doesn't taste good. Nope. My next thing I have to do is toxic. You see, toxic is shaped sort of like a big T, like a really big one. And toxic materials can have long-term effects, as opposed to poisonous materials, which have pretty instant effects or immediate effects. As you see, if this cow gets some toxic materials...
Disclaimer, animal testing is bad. Don't try it at home.
You see, after a while, it starts to get hurt, because that's what toxic materials do. So don't get toxic materials on yourself either, or you'll end up like that cow. Our next symbol is corrosive material. You see, the symbol looks something like that, with a hand in a metal rod being dissolved by an acid. Okay? You see, so basically, a corrosive material is something that it's not like a really strong acid that can dissolve things really well, and it's bad if it gets on you, because then it dissolves you really well. For example, we have some red acid right here. Okay? See, if I touch this red acid, it'll start to dissolve me like this. And then I got hurt because I died because I jumped into a vat of red acid. So don't jump into vats of acid, kids. Our next symbol is the biohazard symbol, which looks something like that. You see, a biohazard is some kind of alive or biological hazard that can hurt you. Such as, I have a cave full of poisonous spiders here. Now, if I let them out, like by standing right here, they'll start to attack and poison me. Okay, so that's why you don't play with biohazards. Hey, so here I have some dangerously reactive material, okay? You see, that's a the dangerously reactive symbol looks something like an R, because it's reactive. You see, this material here is reactive to light, though. You see, these things emit light. I have one here, okay? But if I shine a lot of light next to it, it starts to react and causes an explosion, as you see here. See, it's starting to react, it's moving, blah! And that's why you don't play with dangerously reactive material. Our final symbol is the oxidizer symbol. It's a variation of the flammable symbol. It's like it's the same idea, but it has a little O in the middle for oxygen. Now you see, an oxidizer, it fuels the fire because it's like fires normally need air to burn, you know. So, for example, if I light this little wood on fire and I cover it up, it'll stop burning. Like if I do this, but then I cover it up, you know, it's not burning anymore. Okay. Anyway, but an oxidizer is what fuels the fire. Like if I put an oxidizer here, this is an oxidizer, lots of different stuff there, and then I cover it up. You see, and I light this on fire. It'll continue to burn even though there's not air above it because it has an oxidizer to fuel it. Okay, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna light that on fire there. Yeah. So as you see, I'll be right back. I'll be right back after this starts burning. And we're back. You see, it's burning into the oxidizer, and it's all burning here. And you see, even though it had air around it, like it didn't have air, it still burned because it used the oxidizer for air. Anyway, oxidizers are dangerous because they can fuel fires, which can cause things like that, and they can contribute to things such as my house, which burnt down earlier, like that. Yes. Anyway, that's our last symbol. So this has been the different WHMIS symbols. As you see, each one is important in its own way and objects with WHMIS symbols on them need to be handled with caution. Anyway, thank you everyone. Thanks for watching.
WHMIS means Workplace Hazardous Materials Information System. Write that down, kids.